everyone, welcome back to my channel. For today's video I thought I would do another eyeshadow palette bingo. It was quite fun to do this last time, so I thought I would give it another go. So as with last time, I have used the app which I think is called Tiny Decisions, which has all of my eyeshadow palettes contained in it, and done a spin the wheel to pick the palette. It did land on this one from Tarte, which I did call a Tarte Xmas palette because I cannot find the name of it. On the back it does just say Luxe Eye Palette and I can't see the name of it anywhere, and Google wasn't very helpful, so I'm just going to call it the Christmas palette. So I did mean to say at the beginning of this video that if you stay tuned to the end I will be announcing the winner of my giveaway. I didn't remember till the end, so I already have my eye look and didn't want to kind of be a spoiler, so hence the reason why the palette's in front of my face. But stay tuned to the end of the video where I will be announcing the winner of my recent giveaway. This was part of Tarte 2019 holiday collection, and I did get this on sale a couple of months ago. And as with the other palette bingo that I did, there are quite a few eyeshadows in here. This one does have more neutral shades in it than the Jaclyn Hill palette, so hopefully this won't be too challenging. So this does have 24 pans, and I have put the numbers into a random generator and selected 5 shades. Unfortunately, this palette doesn't have the shades on the front, they are on the back, which again is similar to the Jaclyn Hill palette, so it's a bit more awkward. But the numbers I got are 17, 13, 6, 9 and 4. So 17 is this shade here, which is called Velvet Ribbon, and it's a sort of purpley pink shimmer shade. Then we have shade 13, which is this one here, and this one is called Slay Queen, and this is kind of like a peachy gold shade. Then we have 6, which is this sort of grey beige shade. This one is called Steel. It's definitely a grey shade then if it's called Steel. Then we have number 9, which is this gold shade here. Not too far apart from that one, to be honest. This one is called Hot Toddy. And then finally shade number 4, which is this one here. This is called Crushin', and that is a kind of champagne gold shimmer. So we only have one matte to work with here. I'll just quickly swatch the shades so I can have a look at them on my arm and work out what I want to do. So that is number 17. I'm not going to say the names again because I say it's awkward being on the back of the palette. I'm just going to say the numbers. So that is 17. So that is number 13, and that's kind of like a coppery rose gold shade. Then we have 6, which is that matte grey shade. This is a slightly lighter shade, so I'm having to go over that a few times, but that is that shade there. I don't know how I'm going to work with that if that is my darkest shade, but yeah. We have shade 9, which isn't too far apart from the other one, so I'm probably not going to notice much difference with them. And then finally shade 4, which is that one there. So definitely a very neutral look. Could have been a lot worse because that blue could have come up, so I think I'll be able to find something to do with that. Because it is my only matte shade, I'm going to put that in the crease, and then I'm probably going to have to go without a V colour and possibly do it with a shimmer, which is fine, and then just kind of work my way in with the other shades, finishing with this on the inner corner. So let's see how we go. I do have a few different brushes here to use, and handily this palette does have a really big mirror, so I'm able to use this palette for everything. Normally I bring over one from BH Cosmetics. And first of all I'm going to go in with this shade here, and the brush I'm using is this one from Sigma. This is one I got in the Enchanted palette. So the blending brush on this is the E38 Diffused Crease. I haven't got any primer on my eyes. I always forget, to be honest. I can't remember the last time I actually reached for a primer, so I don't know how that'll work with the laying down of these shades. This shade isn't really showing up. It's starting to show up now. I think this is one I'm probably going to have to go over quite a few times, so no doubt I will either skip or fast forward this bit. This is actually the first time using this double-sided brush, and it is a really nice brush. I think I've now worked that up enough. Don't think I'm going to be able to get much more after that. I might just go a little bit higher in the crease, because it is just kind of a dirty looking shade. That might do. Just do the other eye. But generally I've used this palette a few times now and it is a really nice palette. I wasn't holding out much hope because I do hear not the best thing about Tarte eyeshadow palettes, and even more so their holiday ones. I've got a couple of their mini palettes and I like the formula of those, so I thought I would give it a go because it was heavily discounted. I definitely wouldn't pay full price for it, but I think I might have even got it for like 50% off, if not more. But the quality of the shade so far from what I've tried is great. I didn't get any of them in this bingo, but there are quite a few pressed glitters in here, and considering I've never really used pressed glitters before, they are quite easy to work with and they do stay in place really well, and they're also not a nightmare to get off, which was my main concern. So it does kind of make those Colourpop palettes that have a pressed glitter in them slightly less intimidating now. So I'm quite happy with that shade being laid down now, and it is a good sort of place to start. I might just put a little bit of it on my outside and maybe pack it in a little bit just to, I always put a matte there, even though I then cover it with a shimmer. I always tend to put a matte there, so it makes me feel uncomfortable not putting one there. So I think I'm just going to use the other end of this brush, which is the E54 medium sweeper, and kind of pack it on with that. I think I would actually describe this shade as taupe. I know it was called steel, but to me it is more of like a beigey brown than a sort of silver brown, so I would say it is more taupey. Now I think I'm going to go in with this shade here, and I always apply shimmers with my finger, so I probably don't need any more of my brushes. So I'm going to apply that on the very outer third of my eye, and that one isn't showing up the best. This isn't actually a shade I've used before, I've only swatched it. It is extremely soft in the pan. I don't know if you'll be able to see there, but I am leaving a bit of a dent behind. So I've ended up making a right mess of that one because I've gone too far over now. I mean, I can always layer it up, it's fine. But putting too much on my finger, so now it's gone a bit awry, and I've also messed up the outside of my eye. So I need to go and get a cotton pad or something to sort this out. So I think I've just about sorted that out, so I know I've gone too far over my eye considering I was only doing the last third. That shade seems to have a problem with the very outside of my eyes because my lids are getting slightly more wrinkly these days. I normally have a problem with matte shades catching in there, but I've never had a problem with a shimmer shade before, but this one obviously did. So I'll need to be more careful with that. So I'm just going to do the shimmer on the other eye. I'm taking a bit less product on my finger. I'm just kind of applying it with a patting motion this time because on the last eye I did a bit more sweeping, and I think that's where I went wrong. Okay, so that's both eyes done now. I know they're not even in the slightest, but we have two shades laid down so far. So now I think I'm going to go in with this shade, which I believe is this one here. And this one is slightly drier than the last one, so hopefully that will help a little bit. But I'm basically just going to put this in the middle of my lids and end up going over it on this eye at least. So that is a really pretty coppery shade, and that one laid down a lot easier than the other one. So I'm just going to do that on the other eye. Okay, so that's that shade laid down. Next we're going in with this shade here, and I'm just going to do basically the inner third, and then I think that one will just be an inner corner highlight. Maybe should have used a smaller finger than the middle finger. So that one is very, very similar to the last one I used. And there's not too much of a difference in them. It is actually when I look in the light. So that is the fourth colour. And then for the final colour, I'm going to go in with the champagne one here. I was supposed to make this a kind of chatty video, but I just find that I can't concentrate on applying makeup and also talking. This is the Morphe M149. So I've just put that shade in the inner corner, and this look actually turned out better than I thought it would. I'm just going to quickly apply some mascara and then I will get closer to the camera and do a sort of pan of the eye look. For mascara, I'm just going in with this Essence False Lashes mascara. This is one that is in my everyday makeup drawer for this month. And I'd actually forgotten how much I did like this mascara. I did recently find out that one of my favourite Essence ones, which was the Lashes of the Day mascara, has been discontinued. So I don't believe this one has. I'm going to have to order another one of these as a kind of replacement for that one. I do really like the effect that this gives. I've realised that I've probably got the mirror so close up to my face. My eyesight is getting so much worse as of late. I did actually get an email from my opticians last week to say that I am overdue an eye test. I must have been due one during lockdown. They are opening back up now and starting to do eye tests again, but I don't think I'm comfortable enough yet to go to the opticians and kind of be that up close and personal to someone. I know I'd wear a mask and things, but I don't think I'm quite there yet. I am also due to go to the dentist as well. I was supposed to go at the beginning of April, but that was like a week after lockdown, so that obviously got cancelled. And I completely missed my lower lashes on this eye, and I've ended up getting it underneath. I know people say to leave it to dry and then just sort of scratch it off, but that has never ever worked for me. I'll probably just go and stick concealer over it in a second and hope for the best. But I am quite pleased with this eye look. It did turn out better than I thought it would, so I'll just kind of zoom myself in so you can see it. I do really enjoy doing these palette bingos. It's just a bit harder to kind of do because I am rubbish at applying makeup on camera. But generally I just hope everyone is doing okay. At the moment here for me, I am still working from home. I think I'm now in the 4th month of doing so, which is just crazy. My office have said they're probably going to do a review in September once the kids go back to school to see whether it is feasible to go back into the office or not. But obviously we will have to kind of put social distancing measures in place, so I don't know how that's going to work, or I don't know if still this time next month I will be working from home, but I've got a little system going and it's fine. I think I might just need to possibly invest in a better chair if it is going to be more long term, but all I can do is wait and see at the moment. But other than that, I say I hope everyone else is well, and that is it for my palette bingo. I'm quite pleased with the look, and it's made me pair together a couple of shades that I wouldn't necessarily put together, and I like the look of the kind of two golds together, which I wouldn't have necessarily done. So as promised, I will be announcing the winner of my recent giveaway. This was my birthday giveaway, which ran throughout the course of the month of July, which did end recently, and the winner was chosen and emailed. They have now confirmed they wish to claim the prize, so I am pleased to announce that the winner of the giveaway is... So congratulations to you. I will probably do another giveaway in the next couple of months, so please stay tuned to my channel for that. I just want to note something quickly because this has happened in the past. If you have subscribed to my video solely to enter this giveaway and plan to unsubscribe immediately after this video, please note you will be disqualified from any future giveaways that I do hold on my channel. I hate having to say things like that, but sometimes you have to. But that is it for today's video. If you did enjoy it, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you're not already. Thanks.